Paul, do you think you can survive on your own in the wild? Yeah, like alone for a while, like 60 or 90 days with nothing but, okay, maybe I'll give you 10 items. Yeah, you could do it? What? Why maybe? Because you're scared of moths? Welcome to another episode of the Mighty Code Coder. I'm Rob Fitzgerald, here to make you great and help you innovate. In this episode, we're going to transition into an AWS project like the daily schedule prescribes. Now, if you are feeling anxious and want to keep moving in your adhesive, that is okay. But today, I built a special page right here in our canvas for you to follow to complete our AWS Static Web Page project. Remember, the project is extra credit, but extra neat also. Right, Paul? Yep, it's great. And cool, too. All right. So many years ago, I did one of my first YouTube videos about the basics of HTML. I put it up on my personal YouTube account, and I must say, it isn't anything like the Mighty Code Coder, but it gets the job done. So let's watch it and see what I had to say way back when about HTML. Then let's complete the AWS Static Web Page project using this information. All right, so to start, I will go ahead and open up Edhesive. Oop. And I will go into my Edhesive account. I'm not going to go into AWS quite yet, because I want you to see this page I made in Edhesive. You know, all teachers are learning Canvas, and they're very, very nervous about it, but they shouldn't be. It's very, very easy to deal with. So I made a page in our Canvas alongside our adhesive information so that you can do this project. Okay, and I'm very excited about it, and hopefully you'll do it today. Now, some of you guys are pretty good. This is my advanced classes, my CSP and my CSA. A lot of you guys might have some HTML background already. I'm actually going to go into CSA, but if you're in CSP, you probably want to go into CSP. So if you already have HTML background, this is a cinch for you. Maybe you already have this extra credit done, but this is maybe for those that are just getting into programming, HTML, and whatnot. So I'm going to go into my modules. And you see, we're doing this unit 1. You guys are in unit 1, and you're doing a very, very good job with it. All right. And you remember you're in CSA, you're going to go to lesson 6 and do these 3 coding activities. And then you go to this assignment movie ratings and then get this unit 1 exam done. And we're hoping you can do that by Friday or the end of this weekend. Okay, remember, I'm not going to shut them off or give you less points if you get them done past Friday, but just as a keep up with the class, you should have it done by Friday. And then I put one more project here called AWS HTML Basics. This is my Canvas module project. All right, so if you click on it, you're going to go to right here. Okay, and yes, this is that YouTube video I talked about that I made many years ago. I want to say maybe 6 or 7 years ago. Okay. And I didn't know where to put it. I was doing it for a class, and I wanted to show other teachers that I was doing it. And so I didn't know where to put it. So I put it up on a YouTube page. At the same time, at that time, I was still doing the Husky Tech Media Player, and I wasn't doing YouTube yet. So it's very funny. So what I want you to do is, if you click play, it's about 3 minutes and 19 seconds. So I want you to watch this. And for those of you who know that I love Flash, I actually did this video with a Flash component in it. And so I want you to watch it. Take 4 minutes. Now there is 24 minutes left in class. I'm going to come back to you with 20 minutes left in class and then show you how I did it. Okay. So now I have someone else that wants to join the meeting. Okay. Let's admit them too. I want them all to see this video. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video, and then I want you to watch that for 4 minutes. I'll come back in 4 minutes. Okay, hopefully you had time to watch that video. Now, if it didn't show, you might be restricted because you might be in a school account or something, but try to go on your own account. I've tried to make sure it's available in CVUSD, but I do know that sometimes it gets restricted. But anyway, if you watch that, and especially this title or this screen right here, that's the basics of a web page. And that's all you got with the very first static part of the AWS Static Web Page project. And so you have tags, and inside a tag is an element, in this case HTML, and the blue is the head tag, and the green is the title tag. Those have closing tags to them, and you will be using in your static web page. You used a tag that it does not have a closing tag, okay, and so we'll be dealing with that now. If you look in your downloads, the original AWS project had two files in it. Okay, the first one was index.html, and the second one was bitbangers.png. And I said for the 100 point extra credit, all you had to do is change that bitbangers.png. Now, if you've done this before, you know that, hey, I'm going to make a new image. I'm just going to call bitbangers. Boom, I'm done. Upload that to Amazon. Or you could, I'm going to show you in this video how to make your own image. Okay, and there's a couple things you can do. Okay, so the first thing I did was I had actually made a copy of that index page. All right, and so I just double clicked on this and said duplicate, and then I made an index copy, and it's probably not spelt right, but I just made a index.txt, so it's a simple page. And if I open that with my text editor, you could edit HTML right in your text editors. Okay, here it is right here. All right, and it looks just like that page I showed you in the video. Okay, if you didn't see the video, if it got restricted, don't worry about it. This is pretty much all I had. This is the basic of a page, and you have a bunch of closing tags and one non-closing tag called this image source. Now this used to be called bitbangers.png, but I put robfitzgerald.png. I put my own, okay? And I made my own, all right, in a site called spark.adobe.com. That's right. It's the same site that you have your daily schedule created on, okay? So I made that through Spark. If you look at the code up here, it's Spark, okay? That image is. All right, and so I want you to be able to go to Spark and make your own also. So all you have to do is go type in spark.adobe.com, and you could sign up. There's a spot. I should sign out. Let me see if I could sign out of this and get where you guys are at. I'm signed in from the last class. Let's see if I could sign out somewhere. I'm going to all kinds of different places. Well, anyway, sign into this. There it is, sign out, like they got. Okay, so I could sign out, and then I will sign in and show you what you get. Look at this. Adobe will give you a free teacher or school account. Okay, so you could log in, and then log in with your Google authentication once you do. Okay, so I will now log in using my Google authentication, and I will use my school account, and I will make it a school account. You should do the same. And now what's great about this is you can now make any of these things. You can make your own web page, okay? But I'm going to make an image, and I want to make that image custom size, okay? So over here, there's a custom size graphic. All right, and it comes to this. Now, again, if you want, here's some popular sizes for Instagram, Facebook, print. So this is a great way to make your custom without having a full Adobe, subscription. You can have a free little image editor called Spark, and I like this a lot, right? So I'm going to go 720, and by 540, that's the size of that bitbangers.png they originally had in there. Okay, so I'm going to go click on that. and then it brings you to this spot, and you could add a bunch of stuff. Okay, so the first thing I will add is, let's say, well, let's do a photo. Now I could put in my own photo if you have your own photo, or you could search for one. Okay, and they have a bunch of free ones. So I'll go fishing. No results for fishing, really? Okay, let me try that again. That's weird. It says less specific. I'm going to try to type in that again. That should work. Okay, no free photos. All right, let me try to add that again. All right, so I'm going to go my own custom graphic. I'm going to go 720. Something was having a problem by 540. Hit next. And then I'm going to add, let's start with my own text. So let's say I'm going to have maybe a circle that says, if I double click on it, I'm going to say the mighty code coder. See what that looks like. Oh, there you go. That's kind of nice. It's kind of nice insignia. It's got, I don't like the color, so maybe I make the color a little, well, make it orange. There you go. Do you guys see that better? All right. And then maybe I want to try that background. I don't know why it didn't work before, but I should be able to go click on this and click on fishing. It's so strange. It's not adding, it did that earlier, but let me try it again. Should add for, does it do it for you guys? Okay, maybe there's some libraries for me. Maybe I could go to Google. Oh, it has a Google Drive. Okay, I'm going to go to my Google Pictures. Now I feel like I'm going out of the whole thing again. Oh, it does. Okay, and then let's look for some. There's some Google Photos. Maybe I could just use this photo here. Make it background. Of course, now it looks, it's a little bit, I feel like I want to put this thing in a smaller spot up here. So I'm going to maybe move that over where you could actually see that. So let's say that's my image. Mighty Code Coder, and there's a coding website. That's great. All right. And now I'm just going to go ahead and download that picture. And I don't remember giving it, this is, I think, the name of it. So I could click the name of it, and I could call this Rob Fitzgerald dot, let's just call it that. All right, and then I'm going to download it. It's going to ask me what I want, PNG, JPEG, PDF. Okay, you see this over here? And I'm going to make it a PNG, and then I'm going to download it. Now that's in my downloads. My index page that I made was right here. Okay, now this is one I made before, so I'm going to open this up in text edit, and I'm going to change the name of this to robfitzgerald.png. So that's all ready to go. The problem is that my old picture's in there, so I'm going to throw that one away and put in the new one. So I go to my downloads, and here it is right here. Okay, and now if I double click this and open it, there it is. There's my website with my new image. So made it through Spark. Spark.adobe.com. Okay. All right. I have two people in my class. One's Toto and one's Light Monza, and they're in there. Who are you? Okay. All right. So there you go. There's your website. And then what do you have to do to make it work? You got to take these two files and you got to upload those to AWS. Now, we only have 10 minutes in class. That's what I'm going to do towards the end of this video. Now, if I get towards the end, I'm going to just keep recording and finish this video. And I want you to go up and watch it to get the idea. But before I go ahead and upload that, I want to give you one more idea of how to put your own image up there. So what you could do, and I put some ideas in here, you could replace the src attribute value with the image name and add a URL link from Unsplash. Okay, so watch this. So if I click Unsplash and I type in there fishing, here's a fishing one. If I click on it, all right, and I click on copy image address, you don't even have to download anything. You could just keep this thing right where it's at. And I could now copy and paste it into here. Let me go ahead and open this in text edit. You just could use a simple editor. Remember, you could use Atom, you could use Sublime, any text editor you use to make websites with. So I'm going to open this with text edit. Let me see, do I have text edit? Oh, I have text open already. And so I copied that address, and if I wanted to, I could just paste that address right in there. Okay, I could do a whole URL address into that image. Okay, and you see the attributes in here, the width and the height and stuff. And I could save that. Okay, and now when I open it, it has that picture in there. Okay, so you don't even need to create your own image. Of course, I don't know if you having a website with no words on it is great, but you can see I don't actually have to use an image that is downloaded to my computer. Okay, I can just put a link in there. Okay, so now all I have to do is go into my AWS account and try to upload those two things. All right, and so that's what I'm going to do now. Again, if the class runs out by the time I'm finished with this, just go ahead and log out. I want to continue the video and make sure you have a full video of how to do this. All right, so I'm going to go to my AWS account and I'm going to log in. And remember where you upload that to, an S3 bucket. So I could just type in S3. And I could probably work in yours since I'm in CSA, so I will do _2. Did I do one for, there it is. Fitzgerald Bitbeat CSA. All right, and they're the two pieces. All right, so I need to upload a new one. Now, I think what I'd have to do is get rid of these because now they're no longer valid. You know, it'd be nice if I could click on them and edit them right here. Can I? This is the object URL, but I don't think I could download it, you know. I don't think I can edit it up here though. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete it and do the whole process again. So click here and you see this opens and I think it allows me to go to actions and then hit delete. Can you guys see that? Yep. Delete that HTML. And I'm going to get rid of the bitbangers too. Click that, go to actions and hit delete. Okay, and then I'm going to upload what's on my desktop. Okay, so add files. And I'm going to go to desktop. Now this index, I don't think it's spelt right. It has just index. It doesn't have index.html. So I feel like I've got to change the name of that first. Let's go to that and make sure that's index.html. That's going to matter. Rename it. Okay, there it is. Now I'll add those in. Okay, and that photo. And I'll hit choose. All right, I'm going to go next. Make sure they are readable, standard, and upload. All right, so there's the index page up there, and there is robfitzgerald.png, okay, that I just did for you on Spark. And now I have to go to that web address and see if that shows up. So remember where I put it? I put it in my Evernote. Always good to have an Evernote account and have some notes in there. And so let's see if I could find, here's the endpoint note, and here's period 2. And I could tell that's mine because it says Fitzgerald BitBeat CSA. So now if I click on that, there it is. Okay. Now that wasn't my robfitzgerald.png because remember I went and changed it to that Unsplash image. So let's do it again. Let's make sure I have that correct. So I'm going to open that with text edit. Oh, it just didn't open in my nice editor. I'm going to open it with a different editor. I'm going to open it with Sublime. Okay, if you work with Sublime, it does HTML in this nice, colorful format like you're used to. And I'm going to make sure the source of this is only robfitzgerald.png. Okay, so Rob. Okay, now I could save that. And then I could go ahead and reload that back up there. Before I reload it, I think I'll go ahead and run it in Safari and see if it's back to Rob. Oh, there it is. Back to Rob Fitzgerald. Okay. It's a little smaller. I don't think it's 100%. Okay. So now let's go ahead and put it back up to my S3 bucket. So I have this HTML. So let's go ahead and get rid of it. I figure that if you upload another index.html, it'll just overwrite it, but I don't know, so I'm just going to do it this way. All right, choose that. Just hit upload. There it is, and then just refresh this page I looked at it on before, which was this one, and hit refresh. And there it is. Okay, so that's it. So make your own web page using Adobe Spark or using Unsplash. Get it up there. Give me the link, and then send it to me, and you will get your 100 points. Okay, very nice. So that does it for this episode. Hope that you enjoyed it. Remember, always trying to make you great and help you innovate. So until next time, what, Paul? Yeah. Okay, if you have questions, leave comments below or go to the website at www.themightycodecoder.com or find me on Twitter at mightycodecoder. Thank you for watching.